All right, it's time for GBD's Wombat's Fortnightly News.
There was a big Fortnite update on Tuesday. What? Fortnite updates? Oh my God. It's pretty cool.
There was another one?
Sounds
Not a new
cool.
season, just an update.
Yeah.
But they changed one of the POIs completely. Now it's a big haunted house getting ready for Fortnitemares. I like Fortnitemares. Starts on the 18th. Very excited.
Great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Point of interest, is that this acronym that you're throwing around?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just let it go, not knowing. I was fine not knowing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, those are the places on the map that have like names in them.
Yeah,
like
we figured it out.
Risky Reels and
Right.
yeah. The Daily Bugle was there for a while.
Right.
You know what that is.
What, the Daily Bugle?
Mm-hmm.
I do know what that is. I guess the big news this week is that GameSpot got sold. It's like pretty big. And Metacritic and TV Guide and Giant Bomb and a couple other sites.
GameFAQs.
GameFAQs, right? Sorry, Comic Vine for $50 million, which I guess was a lot less than. I guess all those companies got sold before, or some of them did.
Yes.
Like 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
The craziest one
Somewhere
on
in
there though is TV Guide. It's funny because literally 4 days ago, before this happened, my wife and I were talking about TV Guide and if we had TV Guide as a kid, and how big a deal the TV Guide was. You know, in the old days, the pre-internet days.
We ignored it in our house.
Yes, but now to
We
see
went with
that
the free newspaper listings.
yeah, well, yes, also free newspaper listings was that was
TV
actually
Guide's
part of the
downfall.
that was part of the conversation. It was like, did you have a TV Guide? Did you have the TV listings? You know, that was. But anyway,
Did you have a TV?
You have a TV, but it's just crazy to see how TV Guide was once like a huge, major national publication. It's now like a little blip on the bottom of this headline about Fandom buying GameSpot and Metacritic. It's just interesting to me.
It's not very much money when I look at it.
For what they got, it's both a large and small amount at the same time.
Compared to what they paid 3 years ago, apparently it's a lot less than that. Whatever the company's paid
Viacom.
for.
Wasn't it Viacom?
That was nasty.
At one point, it was CBS, right? Own them, and then who used to own
Red
GameFAQs?
Ventures is the one that bought them 3 years ago.
Yeah, CNET used to own like GameFAQs and everything at one point as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
everyone owned something at some point. I think. Well, GameSpot and obviously Giant Bomb was its own was separate from GameSpot originally too.
I guess all those guys leaving, I guess they kind of knew this was coming.
Maybe.
Or they were smart.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll all just be fine. How about that? How about not, though? Apparently, these guys fuck everything up, Fandom, but maybe
Apparently, well, Fandom, I think, had massive layoffs like the day before this was announced.
not. Oh, well, yeah, they got to come up with that 50 mil.
Yeah.
They keep paying all these people.
And I heard that they shelved the Batgirl movie.
Fandom did? No. Fandom, call me. Call me, Fandom. The other big news was that Google Stadia shut down.
Yep. That's crazy.
Which it was rumored. Remember, like just like a month ago, it was rumored that it was shutting down, and they were like on Twitter, like, no, we're not shutting down. And then we even talked about it on the show. We're like, did we talk about this already? I feel like we talked about this already.
No, we haven't talked about it.
No,
I mean, we've
okay.
been talking about it since
Right.
for 2 years or
Since
however
they
long they've
announced
been
it.
around. Did
But-
we ever figure out what a Stadia was?
It's like a Stadia. It's like a stadium.
It's probably
But
Latin
Where you
for
would
stadium.
watch.
No. I mean, what this product was.
Okay, so it was a
It
controller.
was an online store where you bought games, but you
But
didn't
where
really
did you
own
play
them
the games?
on your
through the
television.
cloud.
Yeah,
Through what though?
Through your Google
controller.
device.
Wasn't it a
Oh,
controller?
so
Oh no,
you
the
had to have, like,
Chromecast. Chromecast.
You had a Chromecast thing that this thing played through.
Yeah.
Yes, and you paid $50 to play.
Yeah, you
Ubisoft
paid full
games.
price to play a game
That you didn't own.
that you didn't own even locally on a
and
hard
it was
drive.
on the cloud. Yeah, and it was on the cloud only. So if the cloud ever went away, you would lose your game, and that's what's happening. But everyone's getting all their games refunded or something.
That's crazy. And the hardware. That is fucking crazy. I can't believe those bastards did it.
They're like, you know what? Screw it. Okay, this sucks.
There
We're
weren't that many
sorry.
of you, so we can.
Right.
So you
It
get
wasn't
all
like
your stuff
Xbox when all the Xboxes broke and they had to.
I mean, they
fix
couldn't
them.
even find whales to keep this thing going, right? Like,
No,
that's part of the
yeah.
problem with this. Like, the strategy here of like, if you do this route, you need to have games that are like constantly giving the microtransactions, right? This needs to be like a phone games type of thing where
you need to be fueling.
you need to
some
be
fire.
fueling this with your whales, not, hey, somebody bought a $60 game and they're playing it on the service. Like, that's already here, right? Like, there's already plenty of other places that people already established playing their games in.
Yeah,
So-
we all agree that the business plan was not good.
Now the thing is, Amazon has this same thing going on still right now, right?
Theirs is different though, because theirs is based on, it's more of a subscription model where there's different tiers.
Amazon's makes more sense in the business side of things, right? Also,
More sense,
Amazon
but maybe not
doesn't-
all the
doesn't
sense.
shut things down as quickly as Google does. Like, Google puts stuff out there and then shuts it down after 2 years, like constantly, right?
Was the Ouya Google or
No.
is that something else?
That was
That was
a
its-
Kickstarter.
His own thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That was Kickstarter.
Yeah, good for
Remember
them.
that?
Right?
Yeah.
I can't say anything bad about Ouya, really. Like, they kickstarted something, it got really big out of nowhere.
Then it died. They did
Then it
they
died.
did just as
Like-
well as Google did.
Right. It
Better maybe. Yeah.
I would
Did
probably
better than Google.
Yeah, Google had to spend a shitload of money to lose all that money.
That's going to be the biography of the founder of Ouya. I did better than Google.
Right.
Right.
And they started a whole, like, it was an ill-fated thing, but it was the whole micro console concept, right? Like, there was all kinds of like competitors that were trying to capture that market that didn't exist.
Like the Stadia.
Right. They're trying to make a market that maybe doesn't need to exist. That's sort of the problem.
That
Mhm.
in television's still coming out, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a good thing you canceled that pre-order when you did. Has there been any updates, any news on that at all?
I'm sure. Let me see here.
You would know.
It's
You're
not
my
coming out.
Activision-
It's not coming out. They're going to be making shoes, speaker shoes.
Last update I got was from August 30th.
Mm.
It's Phil Adam from CEO of Intellivision. He'd planned to respond sooner with the company status.
Who's busy though?
Yeah, the team
Volunteers
was working
at a
through some
table
production
tennis club.
pipeline bugs and delayed this update.
Pipeline bugs.
Yep.
Hate those. You got to hire an exterminator. Getting those pipelines all clogged up.
This is one of the things that, like, makes, if you're interested in the games, makes sense here. At least, like, one of the bullet points here is like, they've got another partnership deal in place that will ensure that 2 of their most anticipated IPs will be available across multiple platforms as well as Amico.
That makes you want to buy an Amico right away.
Yeah.
Really selling it. Oh well, it's hard. The video game business is pretty hard.
I
Especially if you
guess.
wanna
I don't
make
know.
consoles.
Atari found a way to come back.
What did they?
I don't know.
I-
Speaker hats.
They're doing things.
They're
No,
doing stuff.
think
I don't know
they're
how
beyond the
successful.
speaker hats now. I think
They
Yeah, those were
they're
clearanced
actually
out.
trying to make games that are decent.
Well, that's
and
what they
sell-
should be doing. I mean, that
and
makes
sell items,
sense. That makes more
right?
sense than the speaker hats.
I think
mean-
you sell speaker hats until you have enough money to make decent games.
Dude, those things got put on clearance.
Yeah,
You paid like $20 for it.
They changed regimes
Mhm.
during that time period,
Right.
so it's the speaker hats are not their future.
Good.
Believe it or
No.
not.
I don't think so.
Should we move on to the other big news from Nintendo? No more titties on that Nintendo
They
Switch.
found out. They found
They
out about it.
they missed these hundreds of games that were coming out with the titties.
I feel like this is our fault. Like they were
No.
listening to our
I
show.
don't
Reggie
think
was
so.
sitting there. It was probably Reggie listening to our show.
Reggie
as
doesn't
we know
work
he
there
does.
anymore.
I know, but then he was like, wait a minute, they have what there? And he picked up the red phone that he has in his retirement office. And he was like, get me whoever's in charge
He
of
wouldn't
this,
care.
Bowser.
Why would he
Get
care?
me Bowser. And he got Bowser on the phone. He said, Bowser. And Bowser said, what? Titties?
No, it's more likely that he was jerking off to the games. And then when he finished, he called.
He called. and was like,
Anyway, so
get
it's
me
done.
Bowser.
It sounds like Whip Smart Spank Banky is on its last legs. It's having trouble. Nintendo found out. I guess.
Do you think
what
there
are
were
they doing? I
complaints?
know that I saw that they're banning things like from getting certified to go on the store. Are they going back and removing?
No way, because then they got to give money back.
Oh, yeah.
So they're not doing that. Nintendo's super cheap.
Well, do you think they'll remove them from the store?
Yes.
Though?
Yes. I think they'll remove them from the store and they will let the people keep them because that's the only move. That's
do you
really
think
the
you'd be able
move.
to re-download them if you bought them?
Yes. They don't want to give the money back. I'm pretty sure about that. So I think that's what they're going to do. It's the easiest path of least resistance and you get to keep the money. So I think that's where they're going. Right, Reg?
Right.
So I guess you're just resigned to playing these. Like Steam
Yes.
banned a game. No, but they banned a game that came out on Switch still.
Do they?
Yeah.
It must have had some violence in it or something and nudity. It must have been like sexual violence or something. No? We'll have to do some research on that.
Could be. I know because I got a email about it, a
Press
PR
release?
email about it that's like banned on Steam, but we're still coming for Switch.
That doesn't sound right at all. I think somebody at Nintendo got that press release and were like, wait, what the fuck is going on here? How could that be?
I believe that.
Yeah, so I'm surprised it took this long. It was a good run for those titties, though. I mean, they put out a lot of
I
questionable
can't believe that
games.
was actually on there.
So many games that you can say that about. Can't believe. When Whipsmart would send me these screenshots from the games, I'm like, this is in the game, right? He's like, yes. This is not like some artistic interpretation. This is actual naked boobies in a Nintendo game, a Nintendo console, sold on a Nintendo store with a Nintendo seal of quality.